I suppose firstly, how important is creating a staff haven, especially during the current COVID crisis?
I think having areas for staff to be able to rest and recover is important at any time for people who work within the National Health Service. But I think in the current climate, with the hours that people are working and the extra effort and going the extra mile that they're putting in, having somewhere where they can spend time either before they start work, during their working shift, or at the end of their shift is really pivotal to their well-being. Having space where they can sit quietly or where they can shower, where they can get a hot drink is really what keeps them going. And I think as a health board, if we don't look after our staff, how can we expect them to look after the patients that they're dealing with day in, day out?
Yeah. And you're sitting in front of one of the marvellous images that were provided by the Museum of Wales. How did that connection with the museum come about?
So the National Museum of Wales have worked with us previously, and they've been looking really for an opportunity where they could come alongside us and provide something to improve the environment for staff. And we were lucky enough that we surveyed our staff and asked them what type of images would they like if we were able to provide a space. They clearly wanted nature images, and so we were able to go back to the National Museum, and working alongside yourselves, we were able to create these great pieces of art.
And as well as the images, what were the most important elements of the design for the enhancements?
I think it was about feeling like people had space and that it was bright and airy. But I think there's something about, there's a quality and a care that's been taken in the design that people pick up on. And so if they feel that people have taken time and effort and put energy into making it special for them, they feel that. I think they get that, it's tangible, you can feel it, and that's what people have reported to us who've been using this space.
Yeah. And how easy for you was the design process itself and the engagement with Grosvenor and the museum themselves?
Extremely easy for me. We've been really busy, we're all really busy. We were in a really privileged position because we've been gifted some money from Gareth and Emma Bale, and so having already established a relationship with Grosvenor, I was able to pick up the phone, set up a couple of very quick Zoom meetings with yourself and Victoria, and also with the National Museum of Wales and a furniture supplier that we'd worked alongside previously, and then left it all to yourselves to do really, which you've done brilliantly.
And how long did it take for the enhancements to actually become installed?
So once they were agreed and everyone was happy with the choices, because there was a little bit of back and forth, there always is in these type of projects. Once everyone was happy, it seemed to happen almost, it felt like overnight, and actually making the room look like this only took one day, which was just incredible. One very long day, but one day.
And what's been the feedback generally from staff that you've heard?
I mean, staff really like it. There's been a real call to have more spaces like this, not just on this site, but on some of our other sites, because some of our space is very limited these days, because where we did have some staff areas, they've been used for COVID spaces. So to be able to find somewhere where people can sit quietly and spend some time has been hugely important. Otherwise, people have sat outside, and the weather hasn't really been conducive to that.
And I'm guessing that makes a fairly positive impact in terms of staff wellness as well.
Absolutely, and also people have reported that because we've got showers and they've got access to this space 24/7, they've been able to walk to work or cycle to work, which again just helps set them up for the day if that's their preferred way of coming to work, as long as then they can shower before they start their shift. They've been reporting that that's made them feel better about working on this site.